Now, these are stories that we love telling at ET Now. Homegrown companies that become a global sensation. And one of them is the homegrown Indian-based Polygon, which is now truly global in nature. So much so, Mark Cuban, the shark, has invested in Polygon. Joining me is one of the men behind Polygon, the original Jaynti, joining us all the way from, he's not told me which country is yet, so we won't ask him that question. Jaynti, welcome to ET Now. Big congratulations. You got Mark Cuban on board. What a stupendous rise it has been for you guys the last couple of days. You've broken into the top 20. You have been insulated from that entire volatility we've seen for Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. But first up, just tell me, how does it feel today?
It's been crazy ride for us as well. And when we started, we didn't know like we'll be reaching here. And I think with Mark Cuban, we will be truly decentralized and the global product as you see. And from the starting 2017, we started this Polygon, and we have our ups and downs, and still like we are here, and it's great to be here. And I'm very proud of my team and what we have achieved so far. Yeah, thank you very much, Nayantara.
So are you going to tell us how much Mark Cuban has invested in Polygon, what he's going to do with Polygon?
I can't disclose the amount and everything, but I think he's been a great, frequent user of Polygon, and he has been using multiple applications which are deployed on Polygon. So I think he's our user. So I would say he has been user before he was our investor. So I think it's a good to have a investor as well. Yeah.
So tell me something, Jaynti. The last couple of weeks have been absolutely crazy, right? Like just see the massive wild swings in pricing. Now, it's said that for an ecosystem is never so good when you have so much volatility. But if I look at Polygon, how did Polygon not be affected by what was happening to the Ethereum price, to the Bitcoin price? In fact, Polygon became more valuable during that volatility.
Yeah, I think always price is more of depends on the product market fit which product achieves, right? What Polygon we have at Polygon is that 400 plus applications running on Polygon, right? We have billions of dollars locked on the Polygon, which people are using on daily basis. They are using for the financial applications, they are using for the transfers, and multiple games and identity platforms and multiple other applications, right? So what we have is actual usage, not just a speculation underneath. We have a usage, and that makes us very valuable. So people are betting on our future instead of just speculating, and that's why if you see the other blockchain projects, let's say competitors of to Ethereum and any other L1 projects, layer 1 projects, they're kind of near to zero usage there, right? So people are basically speculating there. But for us, we have a users, we have people who are building on top of it. We have startups which raise money to build on Polygon, right? Yeah. So we have a value underneath, and that makes us very valuable. And I think that's a.
But Jaynti, that is your USP, and that is what is your differentiator. What is going to happen when Ethereum on its own is going to be offering options for scalability? Because then you will lose that, right? So how will you stay this valuable?
So there are many kind of scaling solutions on top of Ethereum. We have a rollups, we have ZK rollups, and that's what we are going to do as well. So we have a currently one framework which we use as a to scale transactions, right? It's called kind of Plasma, and we have second one is POS, right? What we are going to do as a Polygon in our future roadmap, we will have a multiple kind of scalability solutions, right? And it won't be the same as the other scaling solutions. It will have a Polygon spin on it, right? What we have is kind of very user friendly. It will scale like crazy amount of transactions, even if we have a rollup or ZK rollups, because we are going to launch multiple products on top of it. It makes us kind of suite of products, right? For your scalability. So let's say so for application, for let's say if you're building one applications on Polygon, you have a different kind of option to choose from for your scalability platform. right? And that's basically increases dependency on the Ethereum as well. So we are kind of complementary to Ethereum in that sense. And let's say if Ethereum scales as a Ethereum 2.0 roadmap, our user will have a more space for and less fees for the deposits and withdraw from Polygon from the Polygon chain. So it will basically beneficial to our users in future. Yeah.
So tell me something, like because of Ethereum, the scalability options that it offers, how it is, sometimes talked about as the supercomputer, all of that. I'm just asking, do you think it can one day become bigger than the Bitcoin? I understand that Bitcoin, has first mover advantage. It is more mature, but do you think Ethereum, the way it's headed, will be bigger than Bitcoin one day?
Yes, definitely. And that's why we are building on Ethereum, not Bitcoin, right? That's Ethereum has an ecosystem where people can come, innovate, and build and create their own businesses, right? Bitcoin doesn't have that because they don't have a contract system, right? Where you can build your own custom code and deploy. So that's where Ethereum shines. Ethereum has an inherent value where you can go and create your own system. You can create your own financial systems, lending protocol, games, NFTs, and multiple others, which Bitcoin doesn't have. Bitcoin has kind of you can say it's a store of value for now, as people are saying. But I would say Ethereum should be first, and Bitcoin can be second or third maybe. But yeah, like that's that's my personal view. But yeah, definitely Ethereum, and obviously people like to innovate. That's how human minds works, right? People innovate and create their own system on top of the other people's, right? Other things, other platforms. So I think that's where we are seeing Ethereum should be number one in the near future. Yes, definitely.
So tell me something, Jayanti. Talk to our viewers. Tell us a little bit. You're a homegrown company which has gained so much success globally. You're allowing developers to develop on your platform and add value to Ethereum and all of that. How many people are using your platform every day? How many developers are out there? What kind of an increase have you seen?
Yeah, so I'm going to give you some numbers. So we have a 400 plus applications globally, not just India, globally on Polygon, right? One of the applications is the government of Maharashtra, right? So one application's COVID test results, it's verified on Polygon. So if you take the test COVID test in Mumbai, you will see your result verified on the Polygon blockchain, right? We have a kind of 1 million plus wallet address. People are using as a wallet addresses on the Polygon. We have 14 million plus transactions right now on Polygon blocks, and we have 121 million transactions, and we are doing 6 million transactions per day right now as we speak. Right?
6 million transactions daily.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So those.
Where are they originating from? Are they primarily India, or just to understand how global?
It's global. I would say 95% plus are global. Yeah.
Is that why you co-opted a new co-founder? What was the logic of that?
No. So basically, we acquired a company called Polygon from UK, Belgrade, and he was deep into the Ethereum ecosystem, and it would make sense for us to have him as a co-founder because he's well known in Ethereum ecosystem. He's a great researcher, and it can kind of bring huge amount of value to us as well. So having him as a co-founder is good for us in general as a Polygon, and that's why we also wanted to expand our kind of ecosystem in the products, right? And we rebranded to Polygon and have him as a co-founder. Yeah. So with that,
I'm going to ask you one thing. I'm going to ask you one thing. Such bata, because such. अब ये जो headlines आती है, no, I want to ask you one question. ये जो headlines आती हैं, where you seeing NFTs, they're selling for crazy amount of money. Let's get real, okay? At the end of the day, it's a tweet, it's a meme that happened or whatever. I mean, is it sustainable, or is it also because the crypto world still has not been benchmarked against tangible assets that you can have all these zeros while making these transactions? I mean,
Yeah, so people see, in any case, let's say if you are doing IPO or any new market comes, right? You always see the future, and based on the future, you place your bet, right? So let's say if simple as example, right? Take example of gold. If you see gold will be 1 lakh, cross 1 lakh in 1 year. If you believe in it, let's assume you won't have a pay, you won't be have a problem paying 60K right now, 60K now, right? It's as simple as that. It sounds crazy, but let's say if you believe in something, and if you believe in the internet, let's say in 2000, let's say before 1990, if you believe like okay, Zoom Zoom company will be valuable, wouldn't you invest a huge amount of money in Zoom to start with, right? If you believe in something, right? If you believe in any product, you will kind of place crazy amount of money into anything, right? And that's what happening in the blockchain market. Like people are believing in NFTs in crypto space, like it will give value in the future, right? And it sounds
तो
crazy to
आज भी
people.
बाइक for $500,000 अब से ये बोल रहे कि परसों $1 million हो जाएगा. That's what we're saying ना. आज आधा million है, कल 1
People
million.
see people are buying art, right? People have been buying art for millions. You see, right? Not in
Yeah.
digitally, I would say people are believing in digital world, right? So instead of take example of COVID, right? Before COVID, you basically ask your guest to come on the studio and have interview. Now we are talking on the simple Zoom call, right? So that's
Yeah.
changed. So people are now believing in digital products, right? So I'm not sure like if you're using Zoom before the COVID, right?
I
So
got
now
what
we
you're
are
saying.
using. Yeah. So
Yeah.
people are So now VR, digital products, blockchain. I think it will
I
it
guess
will
if
bloom.
people are also willing to pay millions, like hundreds of dollars for costume change in video games in the metaverse, then they like this
Yeah.
art. Yeah, so I take that point.
I think Indian people don't pay much amount of money for the cars and for the cap for Sachin and bat, the T-shirt, but people are paying in the US, right? People are collecting cards and everything
Yeah,
with crazy amount of money. So I think
correct.
it happens. It's just a
It's
mindset.
gonna
People will
happen.
change. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
So, Jayanti, the other thing I want to ask you is, and you guys started this whole thing of how you would also take cryptos to help India's COVID-19 relief efforts. And it's been well established now how they.
Uh, just one correction here. It's not a Polygon efforts. So one of
Right.
my co-founders started it. So I just
Yeah.
want to make it clear. Yeah. Here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I take that point. Sandeep started it, and then we saw
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
the Ethereum co-founder made the largest donation by an individual in cryptocurrency, not in Ethereum, but what I want to understand is that when countries have not recognized cryptos, and India hasn't, we don't know which way it's going to go. How is this going to be converted into real currency to actually see efforts on ground? And I don't mean only in this case, but whatever's
Yeah.
happening. Brett Lee, for example, also donated, right? The cricketer Brett Lee also donated.
Yeah. So I'm not capable enough to answer this because I'm not handling any kind of things from the COVID relief. So I not be the correct person for this. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, that's okay. I take your point. Now, Jayanti, that's a big day. I want to, and I know it's been documented and all of that, but tell us a little bit about how you started out, how you met your co-founder. And I'm sure back in the day, Abhi, for a lot of people, is Greek and Latin. That time, so I don't know what language they must have thought you were talking in.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I started in 2017, late 2017 when I was in housing.com
Hmm.
company. I think you may have heard it. And then I started Matic, and then I knew Sandeep and Anurag from different contexts. So I knew Sandeep from one Bitcoin group. I knew Anurag from one co-working space where he was building product on GST. He was also kind of an entrepreneur. Both were entrepreneurs, and I just starting out my entrepreneur journey. And then I just asked them to join me because I was doing something crazy, right? Matic, and they both kind of saw the potential and joined me full time. Left their shut down their companies like individual companies, and they basically joined me. And then and back in day, it was very hard to raise money in India. currently, like if you want to raise money in India in blockchain companies, it's hard. Like people, the mainstream investors are not putting any kind of money in blockchain industries because they don't understand it. Basically, it's not that they don't want to, but they don't understand like how it works, and they are catching up.
Is it
I would say.
also this perception that, it's a lot of people are कि blockchain to bas crypto hai, bas Bitcoin hai.
Yeah.
But like you're working with the Maharashtra government, for example, for the COVID results.
Yeah. So the thing is that there are many use cases we people are not thinking about it, and that's where India should raise awareness about the blockchain technology and use that very wisely and make it no impact on the global level. And we can do that. We have a kind of entrepreneurs, we have innovators, we have talent in India, and we can do that. And I think with Polygon, we are setting that example to
Okay.
other people that they can build amazing product, amazing company, blockchain company out of India without kind of support, getting any support from outside as well. Because now we have an ecosystem, we have investors who is willing to put money in the project. So I think we are good to go in that case. Yeah.
So Jayanti, tell me something. I'm going to make this one of my final questions. Do you think you'll always, or I mean, I don't want to say always because we never know what the future has. For the foreseeable near future, you will continue to work on Ethereum, which you have already told me is going to be perhaps bigger than Bitcoin. But what about the other coins that keep coming up? And it doesn't help when people like Elon Musk are tweeting about it, and there is punting that's going on, and there is a sell-off. There's a dodgy coin, other doggy coins. So how is one supposed to make sense of all this?
Yeah. So it's very hard to research all the projects, all the coins at once. So, for us, particularly for Polygon, we going to build on Ethereum for now, and for the future as long as we can. We are going to launch more and more products on top of Ethereum for the scaling, in the ZK rollup or ZK rollups, and others. For other people launching their own coins and creating other scaling solutions and other things, I think innovations is good. People are doing innovations here and there and trying to see if anything sticks, right? So I think we will be seeing many coins in such cases, right? And I think I personally appreciate that people are trying to create something new, but also, there are people who trying to kind of scam or something else. And so what I would suggest is kind of go ahead and kind of just research on each individual coin and what the team is doing, what they are building, and then kind of invest wisely instead of going crazy on just in the greedy. Don't be greedy. Yeah, that's a
And
natural. Yeah.
they're taking, the leveraging, they're buying coins, and obviously, they're getting liquidated is what we had also seen then, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep your systems very secure? Because that's obviously got to be something that keeps you up at night.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and unlike banks and other centralized systems, we don't have to worry about it because we are decentralized. So even if we want to change our system rapidly, we can't because currently we are not controlling any part of our system network, right? And network we have 100+ validators, global validators are running the chain. So it's kind of decentralized, and that's a kind of a good part of this whole blockchain decentralized evolution, right? Where one entity cannot change or create a fraud on the system. That's a kind of main USP of the blockchain, to be honest. So we are kind of not worried about it. We want to make sure like we have a more and more people are coming and build on top of Polygon. That's what we are focusing on. Now, of course, we also want to make sure like the whole system is stable and secure in some way, like people are behaving correctly on the system. But yeah, that's how it works. Like we don't have a kind of no control over the system as of yet.
Okay.
And
But final question to Jayanti, because I have taken more than the time that I should have. 6 million transactions daily. You got so hundreds of developers on Polygon. Tell me something of late. What would you say is the coolest innovation that you saw, or something that really stood out for you by a developer on Polygon. I'm trying to get my viewers to also understand the kind of innovation that we're seeing.
Yeah, so Aave protocol, where you can lend and borrow money without any third party. So I think that's a coolest thing. Let's say if you want to buy or take a loan from the bank, it will basically drain your energy. I'm 100% sure, right? But here in our way, like you can kind of take a loan without any third party, without any risk. So I think that's the coolest thing you can see in the whole blockchain industry, and I think it's live on Polygon. You can do that right now, and it's
Okay.
crazy, right? It's a crazy, I can't believe like we have such a powerful financial systems on Polygon, and people are using that. So that's a crazy,
And
yeah.
this money you get in Ethereum, obviously.
Sorry.
The money that you get as a loan will be in Ethereum, right?
Yeah, you can move back and forth between Ethereum, Polygon, however you want, and without any permission. That's crazy. Like you don't need permission to move your money.
So you're not worried how will the person pay back and all that? Seeming like it's an alien concept. No due diligence, no credit worthiness test.
So there is a kind of contract written such a way that you. So let's say if you have BTC, right? You have Bitcoin. You don't want to sell, right? And now you want to have some other let's say USDC as a loan, right? So you can put this as a collateral and get the USDC as a loan, right? As simple as the gold loan, you can say, right? You can put your gold and take the loan. This system is is there on the Polygon. So you don't need to
interest rates and all also other interest rates.
Yeah. There is an interest rate. You can also become a part of the system. How you can let's say if you have a USDC, right? You can deposit your USDC on the contract without any third party, without any contract signing, anything. You just deposit, and it will stay there, and you will earn the interest while you are sleeping, eating, or whatever you do. Yes, you can do that. It's a crazy. It's secure. It's fantastic, I would say. Yeah.
I'm left a little speechless, I'll be honest. I don't know what to respond. I have to check it out. But Jaynti, I want to thank you for giving us the time. Congratulations to you and the entire team. We look forward to more. I know you guys have something about decentralization of content as well, but we look forward to more interviews.
Thank you for having me. And yeah.
Thank you.